Hello everyone, and before this video gets started, I just wanted to give a quick disclaimer. So this video is just like its title. It essentially consists of me sharing all of my secrets and tips to getting the best trades or deals almost always. None of the tips nor content in this video was made to offend anyone. So if you are not comfortable or a bit sensitive with subjects such as values or different points of views, then I recommend you to not watch this video. And once again, this video is only for entertainment purposes and also to help you guys become the amazing traders that you are meant to be. So yeah guys, I really hope you understand, and let's get on to the video. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Bunny Marshmallows, and I'm super excited to film this video for you guys. So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to always get the best deals in trading. And I really hope that this video will help a lot of you guys, because these tips are literally life-changing in terms of trading. And although these tips came from my experience as a Royale High trader, they go perfectly with any other game that involves trading. Hey, wait. Hold on a second. Before we get this video started, make sure you have already clicked that subscribe button and also punch the notification bell. And if you enjoyed this video, and also if it helped you, most importantly, it would be awesome if you could also kick that big juicy like button. Anyway, enough of that stuff. Let's get started. So the first two tips or facts or whatever you want to call them that I will introduce to you are very important. They are the two main ones. The other ones are also super duper important, except they build off of these first two. So make sure you keep your ears peeled while I'm talking about these guys. So the first states that you have to know the values and keep updated, because many things change even in just a month. So let's go take a look at the first part of this one, which is know the values. This means that you have to know the Royale High market's values, and another word for values is worth. Knowing the market's values does not mean your personal values, and by personal values, I mean what you think something should be worth. For example, let's go take a look at the Shadow Empress boots. Currently, they are being literally sold for around 200,000 diamonds. Now, that is absolutely absurd. So let's say you were like, okay, you know what? No way, no. Okay, I'm not paying 200,000 diamonds for a pair of boots when their original price was only 40,000 diamonds. I'm only gonna give 40,000 diamonds and take it or leave it. And okay, you know what? That works. Whatever you say, right? Except the thing is, I don't want to be harsh, except no one is going to take that offer, like 99%. I don't know how that 1% will appear, but it is 99% that no one will be taking the offer, because I mean, there's literally people who give 200,000 diamonds, right? And it also works the other way, which if someone offers you 40,000 for those boots and you have them, well, and you give it to them for 40,000, oh gosh, girl, you just lost so much. You just got a fifth of the value that it normally goes for in the market. So that is kind of what know the values means. And then let's go look at the second part, which is keep updated, because many things change even in just a month. Now this is absolutely 100% correct, because let me tell you, last month I actually left for a while and then I came back this month, and oh my gosh, so much stuff changed. Literally all the halos grew like 100k more or 200k, and oh my gosh. For example, before I left last month, the Lucky Halo 2020 was only going for about 400,000 diamonds maximum, and now, oh, they're sold for around 600,000 diamonds, and I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. And a lot of other stuff has also increased. For example, the parasol used to be like about 150,000 diamonds, and now it's at like 250,000. So that is absolutely shocking. And oh my gosh, I'm so glad I came back and decided to go check on the values again, because I would have definitely done some dumb trade and lost a lot. So like me, if you do leave, of course you can get back and get to know the values again, but it will be a lot harder, trust me, than to just stay updated. Even if you just check once per week, you know, or once per 2 weeks, it's a lot better than just leaving for quite a long time. I literally only left for a month and so much changed. Okay, so now on to the second point, which is acknowledge what's coming back or not. Anyway, you have to acknowledge what's coming back or not because that affects your personal value for the item. Now, I know, I just literally said, you're probably like, bro, you just said that you have to consider the market's values, not your own values. Okay, so that is in general, but for some things, like for example, some items that are coming back, to be honest, you shouldn't take the market's values. You should just wait for them to come back and therefore use your own kind of values, right? Except that's not gonna mean like the Shadow Empress boots. I'm just gonna use it since we already used that example. That doesn't mean you should still offer 40,000 for it because still no one's gonna take it, right? But what you should do, since you know the Shadow Empress boots are coming back, is you should just wait until October for when they're coming back and buy them for 40,000 diamonds. So that is kind of what I mean by acknowledge what's coming back or not. And on the other hand, for example, the large train bow skirt, oh, that's not coming back. So you should probably just try to get it now before the price increases, right? So acknowledging what will come back or not is very helpful in helping you decide yourself what is worth it and what is not. And I know I did make a video about this previously about what's coming back and what's not. Okay, so I actually don't want you guys to go check that video out if you haven't already, because I did actually mess up a few things in there. And the certain thing is the things I said that were coming back are for sure coming back. Okay, so if you guys want to go check out that video, everything that I said was coming back in there is coming back, but I'm talking about the things that I said were not coming back, and I was wrong on quite a few of them. For example, like the parasol. Okay, apparently it is coming back unless something happens, which is unlikely, but most likely it will be coming back. And I'm pretty sure some other YouTubers probably made an updated version of that video, so if you guys want to go search it up or just go around ask some people in game what is coming back or what's not, feel free to do that. Okay, so now that we've covered our two main bases, let's go move on to the third one, which is control your desires / do not be desperate. Okay, this problem is extremely big and it is very important because probably like 80% of all losses are from desperate people. Like, I mean, how do you think the Shadow Empress boots got to their current value, which is 200,000 diamonds? Like, obviously there had to be something going on for them to evolve from 40,000 to 200,000, right? Like, same with the parasol. I know it started off with like 62,000, or at least in 2020, because I know before in 2019. Oh, but the 2019 parasol is worth a lot more, by the way, guys. It's worth like 300,000, and then the 2020 parasol is worth like 250,000. So yeah. Anyway, back to the topic. So controlling your desires means it kind of goes with acknowledging what's coming back or not. So like the parasol, it is actually, I believe, coming back. I would not be desperate. I know you guys probably are like, but I don't want to wait until next Valentine's Day in 2021 to get my dream item. Okay guys, I understand y'all, I've been desperate before, but I have managed to control myself, and oh my gosh, that saved me from so much trouble and regret. Because I know when you get it, when you're desperate, okay, you're like, okay, I just want to do this, I just want to do this. And after you do it, you're like, okay, you know what, I think I'm happy. But then after a while, you're just gonna go regret it so hard. I'm not even kidding, guys. If you have ever done this when you were desperate, make sure to comment down below so other people know to not do it, because you're just going to end up regretting it. So a way to help you control your desires is to just keep reminding yourself, this item's coming back, this item's coming back. And when you're controlling your desires, make sure to, so this is mainly about the items that are coming back, because obviously there's going to be a big change in the price when they do come back. They're going to drop, like Shadow Empress boots are going to be a fifth of what they're currently sold for, right? But for the things that don't come back, this also goes for it. Because, for example, I know I keep saying for example a lot, but you know. So for example, the large rainbow skirt, like if it just somehow boosted to 500,000 diamonds. Okay, I know, it's never coming back, but the market still may drop, right? And personally, 500,000 diamonds for a large poof skirt isn't quite worth it, in my opinion. Okay, I know it's beautiful, it's an amazing skirt. I actually love the large rainbow skirt so much, but oh, you can get a good halo with 500,000 diamonds. No, that skirt's not worth it, girl or boy. And guys, once again, obviously the large rainbow skirt isn't being sold for 500,000 currently, but I was saying it just, if. And I don't think it's ever going to reach 500,000, to be honest. We never know, but I'm just saying if, okay? So don't start going like, hey, I have a large rainbow skirt. You want to buy it from me? I will only accept your offer if you give me 500,000 diamonds. No, guys. Okay, this is just an example. Purely an example, not true, okay? I just wanted to remind you guys that before I mislead anyone. So yeah, that is basically it about controlling your desires. And guys, I'm not being too specific here because, there's so many points for each of these 5 points. I'm trying to be as broad as I can and covering as much information as I can in this video in these 5 points. Okay, so now for our 4th point. Now this one is more about learning how to benefit than learning how to not lose, which is kind of similar, except not losing just means it can be fair as well, but benefiting means it's at least a win. So tip number 4 is learn how to negotiate. Usually do it gradually, but not too gradually, and also do what's appropriate. So just like our first one, let's go ahead and look at our first section of this tip. So learn how to negotiate. Now, I wouldn't even try this tip on my trade if the deal isn't already fair, or at least very close to fair. So maybe a bit on the loose side, but very close to fair. Because negotiating means making your deal better. But if you're on a lose with them and you negotiate with them a bunch and then finally you get a fair trade, no, that's just a waste of your time, to be honest, because you can find people who give you a fair trade right off the bat. So, but if you do get a fair trade, then negotiating, well, it will make it even better, right? Now, some people don't like to negotiate, which is for obvious reasons, right? So some people, they just generally don't want to increase their offer, and others, they're like, okay, dude, I'm already making this fair or kind of overpaying, so like, no, I'm not gonna do that, right? So do not push them, because then they're most likely gonna ditch you because they can find someone else who will accept the trade. Because if they don't want to negotiate and you can't find anyone else who will give you a better offer, that means they're basically giving you the best offer out there. Well, not necessarily, but the best you can reach. And negotiating is about getting the best offer or deal you can find. So if you simply already have the best deal, then there's no point to negotiate, right? But on the other hand, if you just have a normal fair trade and you're like, okay, you know what, I want to trade with this person, she's nice or he's nice, I just want to kind of, get a better offer. So like maybe I'll ask them to increase by 5,000 or 1,000 or 10,000, really depends. And the next step will show you how much diamonds or whatever you should ask them to increase without them declining you after hearing your approach. So the next part of the step says to usually do it gradually, but not too gradually, and also do what's appropriate. So I guess technically this is 3 kind of facts all in one. The first one is a basic broad one, and the second one tells you what to do, right? So usually do it gradually, but not too gradually. So I'll give 2 examples here. One is the person that's offering, which means giving the diamonds for them. Of course it can be other stuff, but I'm just gonna do diamonds because it's more straightforward. And then after that, I'll explain it from the point of view of the person who's selling their shadow booth on what you should do, right? And sometimes other people will negotiate, actually most of the time they'll try to negotiate more with you. But also there's the other half of people who just will be like desperate, okay, you know what, I will do it. And that's why I said not to be desperate to you guys. But yeah. So first, let's explain the side of the person offering for the shadow boots. So firstly, pretend you're starting your offer at 200,000 diamonds, okay? So then you're like, okay, you know what, that's fair, except I want to, win, right? So this is where it says to do it gradually, but not too gradually. So to do it gradually means you do it slowly and you do it maturely. You don't just go, okay, you know what, let's go lower it straight to 150k because you know what, that's what I want. Well, guess what, the other person probably won't do it. And even if you end up going down to 150k, the person will most likely less notice the difference from you just stating it right away, because then they would know right away that you're trying to cheat them off 50,000, right? But if you do it slowly, like, I don't know, 10 times or something, going down 5,000 per time. I know it's kind of time consuming, but trust me, it's worth it. I mean, you're literally saving 50,000 diamonds, right? So even if you do conclude to 150,000 diamonds for their Shadow Empress boots, the other person will most likely less notice it. Because, I mean, after all, you did it like 10 times, right? Even going down 10k per time, which even though it means double of what you would do in my example, it's a bigger chance of them not doing it because they're like, bro. Like automatically the first time you do it, they're like, wait, you want me to just drop 10k just like that, right? So you should start it more at a considerate level. And then when I said to do it not too gradually, that means don't go like 1,000 per time. Because dude, then you're literally going to be negotiating with them 50 times. And guess what? It's also going to get repetitive for them. So that means you have to make sure your amount is more than too little, but also not too much, which makes them go like, okay, you know what, this person's wanting too much, I'm not doing this. But it also doesn't make them go like, oh, this person's literally trying to cheat on me, because I mean, you're literally asking them 50 times. So as you can see here, when we are negotiating, we are mainly looking at the other person's perspective and what they are thinking. And that's how negotiations work. So this part supports what I just said earlier, which is do what's appropriate. So I basically just explained that all together. It's just kind of phrased in a more straightforward way. So do what's appropriate. So don't just go like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna go down 50k, right? Just like I said earlier. And even if you do, you can do it gradually, but not too gradually. But also that doesn't mean you should do, oh, I'm gonna go down 100k, because that's just not reasonable at all, okay? If you give 150k, you're already winning, girl. You should not do 100k, because let me tell you, there's already a small chance that they won't do it if you do it with 50k. I mean, if you do it correctly, they probably will still do it. You just have to find the right person. Okay, anyway, that is it for our fourth step. And this means it leaves us with our fifth and final step, guys. And I know this video has been quite long, like literally over 20 minutes. But I really want to go through each one of these thoroughly for you guys. And I'm already trying not to go into too much detail, but I want to give you enough that this video will be all you have to hear. And if you listen to all these steps thoroughly, then you will not have to go through this video or any other video again. Okay, so now for our fifth and final step. So this one is more out of the depth. This one is kind of more upfront. So this is how you appear. It's almost like your first appearance, your first impression. And you know how much your first impression matters, right? So our fifth tip is to be polite and friendly, even if it means that you have to be a bit cringy. So don't be afraid to kind of over exaggerate a bit or put a bunch of, for example, I put up 4 signs that if you incorporate into your sentences when you talk to people, it'll make you sound a lot more friendly and cheerful, and it'll tell them, okay, this person's actually really nice. I think even if their deal isn't the best, I might give them a chance. Or, okay, their deal's actually pretty fair. I think I'm gonna do it. Or their deal's overpay and they're even super nice. So like, I'm definitely gonna do this deal, right? So here are the 4 signs that I gave you guys as an example. So one of them is the exclamation mark. And the next 3 are going to be kind of emojis, except you make them with your keyboard. So this one is the heart sign, or the lesser sign in 3. And then we also have this happy face, this very wide happy face. And you also have these little 2 eyes at the top squinting. And of course, normal emojis work as well. It really just depends if you're on mobile or if you're on a computer or laptop. Because when you're on computer or laptop, these type of emojis are a lot less time consuming to get out and easy to type quickly. But if you're on mobile, I would suggest sticking to the normal emojis, except for the exclamation mark, right? And once again, these are just some examples. There are plenty of other cute keyboard combination emojis, or just on your iPad emojis, or phone emojis, you know, built-in emojis. But these are just a few examples. So you probably know a ton of other ones, and if you don't, just observe when you're trading with other people. I'm sure they'll use some sort of these kind of emojis, and you can just take them and use it with other people as well. Overall, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, it is actually the end of it. I know, right? Finally. If you managed to watch this entire video without skipping, you're a champ, and I can guarantee future pro trader. Now, right before I end this video off, I actually want to ask you guys a favor. So aside from all of this trading serious talk stuff, I think it would be absolutely amazing if you guys could just, after this, go find someone random literally in a server, and just give them maybe one of your doubles or an item that you don't really like for either free or very, very cheap. And although I'm teaching you guys all this stuff, and whoever watches this video gets a chance to become an amazing pro trader, it would still be very nice if you just one day, you know, especially if you're not an influencer, and just one day someone comes up to you and gives you an item for free. That actually feels very amazing, guys. So if you can do this, that would be absolutely stunning. And guys, once again, this video is not made to offend anyone, and it is not made to call anyone out or whatever. This video is purely just me stating my tips and showing you guys how I get amazing trades and made up my inventory today. Now, of course, these tips don't mean that you're going to be perfect, because even I sometimes lose in trades, and don't feel bad at all if you do lose in a trade, because it is completely natural. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this overly long video. And you know what, even though it's super long, I really hope this helped you, so yeah. But without further ado, I'm going to end this video, and I wish you all an amazing day or evening. Bye!